Leo, good morning. So guys, your animal spirit or your spirit animal, I'm sorry, you guys got two cards. You got the brown bear spirit as well as the canary spirit. So the energy that I'm getting right now for you guys is that there is something that you guys are wanting to do or you're wanting to like make a success of, right? But there are some things that I feel are either happening or popping up for you. It's kind of like a trick of the enemy, a trick of ego, maybe even some fears here about doing something different. Leo, of course, is a fixed sign, so change is not our favorite word, okay? Um, but I feel like there's something here that you are feeling guided to change, but what's that saying? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I feel like that that just came to me too, and I've been looking at y'all's cards for a little while. So yeah, it's like don't completely abandon what it is you are doing or working on, but be open to maybe tweaking or doing something in addition to. But what's most important is that you don't rush into whatever your decision or choice is, and also don't be afraid to do what's for you. I feel like there's a bit of a fear of the unknown, right? And then you have all of this outside opinions, or you may be placing like the expectation of others on your choice or your decision or the actions that you take, right? So it's kind of like, okay, well, I kind of want to do this, but I know people expect this and this and this of me. And so you're kind of torn, like, well, I'm feeling guided to do this, but at the same time, you hear or you see or you feel either judged by others or what other people expect. And so that's weighing very heavily on the action that you take. But the good news about this bear is that it's not that you need to rush into this action or this decision, right? Matter of fact, you may need to, because it's like you're putting in this effort to succeed, to do this thing, but it's like you might need to take a step back instead of trying to make it work, um, and be patient as the universe kind of shows you or gives you signs about exactly where it is you're going to go. Also, with the canary spirit, which says sing your own song, it's like let go of other people's expectations, right? Let go of other people's expectations. First of all, Leo is such a different character. Leo's such a different energy. And well, first of all, just all of us, we have different paths, right? We have different paths. We have different methods that we would be guided to take to achieve or to experience those paths, right? So while you goosies, so while you could get advice from somebody like you should do it this way, and so that advice is going to be stuck in your head, you still have to be willing, or you should be willing to do what you feel guided to do, what you feel your path is aligning with, right? Or your heart aligns with. It's kind of like you've seen that phrase or that saying where it says your when you got the call to do whatever it is you're doing, right? It wasn't a conference call. It wasn't a conference call. It was a direct message to you, right? So people don't know what is going to be best for you, even though they would be like, oh no, like the fears of society or the world or how they envision success are going to be weighing heavy on you. This is you having or needing to have the individual will, the free and accessing that personal power, and really implementing your free will to do what you feel guided to do despite what's going on around you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords energy. I do feel like there is something for you guys in the future, but like I said, there's a certain energy of needing to have faith and really trust in what it is that you cannot see right now. And I really don't even feel like it's that you can't see it. I feel like there's like so many signs where you're like, oh, is that a sign for me? Is that a sign for me? And it's kind of creating this confusion for you guys. I do also feel like, though, this is like a temporary energy. Whatever it is you're working towards, I do feel like it's going to pay off for you as you choose to not only trust your intuition, but allow yourself to be led from a spiritual perspective, where you are following your heart and doing what it is that you love. Okay, the first card out, guys, is yes, you are correct. And this card is about well, of course, it's just a big freaking yes. However, I feel like there's some things about that, because it's like while you like I said, while you want to follow your heart, you feel kind of defeated in that energy. So you may be kind of like retreating to doing something differently, and then you're interpreting that as a yes, right? So yeah, it's creating this energy of confusion. It's almost like, do I work with this person or this situation? Do I work on this person or this situation? I feel like for most of you, this is about a career. This doesn't even feel like a relationship. Do I work with this person or this situation? There's an energy of confusion here. With the Hangman, though, I feel like you are supposed to look at this from a different perspective. Some of you may benefit from getting a mentor, or maybe even taking some type of advice, but also you're kind of just wondering if there is success in the future for you. And I feel like it absolutely is, but it's something that you need to be confident about. So there's a need for you guys to clearly decide what it is that you want or desire, right? So it's like, is it important for you to fulfill like a status quo, or is it important for you that you do what you are guided to do? And so once you decide which of those things is most important for you, then yes, you will be correct. That's where you're supposed to move to. It does feel like you can't really make a wrong choice or decision. It's just you have to be firm in your decision. You guys also have the Let It Go card. And it says this situation no longer serves you. But guess what? It's not the situation, the job, or the relationship, or the career. This is the fear of change that you have surrounding it, the lack of confidence. I thought it was so wild to see for Leo, because most people look at Leos as a confident sign. And me being a Leo, honey, I already know that ain't what it is all the time, right? But with this particular card, see, there's like an in and out of confidence. Sometimes I'm confident, and then below the surface, I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. So Spirit is wanting you to let go of that let go of that waffling energy and allow yourself to really shine. Some of you are like, you're downplaying your dream or your ability to accomplish your dream or your goal here, and then you're overthinking it. And other people's voices or opinions may be weighing on you, right? I definitely have some family members who are like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, right? And it's like, thank you for the suggestion, right? And they are just trying to be helpful, so I don't look at it in an ugly way. But it's like, well, I already know, like, that's what they expect of me, but I know that ain't what God told me to do, right? So it kind of creates that indecision. So it's up to you to determine who it is you're going to trust. The Magician, the good thing about the Magician and the Empress, whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest and trying to manifest, you have the power to do that. But there's going to be a need for you to trust divine timing. Like this Magician energy shows up when it is time for that to show up. So you kind of have to be patient with that energy, and allow it to unfold instead of trying to force or create or make it unfold, right? Guys, I'm feeling like I might need to do a part 2 for y'all. You also have increase your knowledge. So that card, of course, is all about learning. So like I said, finding a mentor, taking some type of course online, maybe even finding some type of, what's it called? Doing some type of research, right? But there's a trick even to that. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself with research, like doing something tedious. Whatever it is you're doing to learn something more or something new, make sure that it's something that you enjoy, that has you excited about it. Like, oh, where you're not like, oh gosh, it's time for me to take this class, or oh my goodness, it's time for me to it's time for me to go learn this, or I need to read this, right? This is about you doing it and acquiring this knowledge in a way and expanding your knowledge in a way that feels fun or good to you. Otherwise, it's going to create that inner conflict and add to the confusion that you're already having or experiencing here. Yeah, which will, of course, inevitably lead to burnout for you guys. So find something that is fun for you as far as how you learn or what you engage in, that kind of gets you excited about it, so that that spirit of conflict can get the hell out of there. Okay, then I love this card because it says stay the course. This is why we needed to do a part 2, because that confusing energy has got to go. But here we also have the stay the course card, which says don't panic. I'm telling you, you're not on the wrong path. You are just having a bumpy start. Okay. Learn from your experiences and keep going. I'm telling you, something that you guys are doing, it's like you're trying too hard, or you may be kind of forcing it and waiting to see, okay, is this going to pay off? Is my effort, the effort that I'm putting in, going to take place? Will this work in my favor here? And I feel like it is, but there are some fears here. Yeah. Spirit is working with you heavily and behind the scenes on the inner conflict that you're feeling. So you really have to learn to trust your own inner voice here and have faith. Yes, that success and happiness is on the horizon for you here. So stay the course, because I feel like that's exactly what it is. Also, again, we have open your heart. Like I said, you are either weighing other people's judgment of yourselves, and that's creating like a self-judgment or self-criticism for you. So where you are able to follow your heart is where your happiness will lie. Despite what other people around you may be saying, understand, like I said, that it is not necessarily a lack of compassion or lack of love for you or what it is that you're doing. This is other people as well as yourself having this ego or judgment, or this critical or judgmental ego or fearful energy of the ego, and that's kind of blocking you or confusing the path where it says like, no, I need to follow my heart. You guys also have, last but not least, don't settle for less. Spirit is basically saying, like, remember who the heck you are. It is also a 10. 10 is the end. What am I saying when I'm saying what I'm saying? 10 is the end of a cycle here. Intuitively, like I said, I feel like you guys feel like there's a change here, but there is some fear. This particular card, this is the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael is saying that I know the plans that I have for you, right? There is an amazing future for you guys. But if you choose to settle, or you make a choice out of fear, then that could kind of throw you off path. There are some changes coming up, but there's a way for you to experience that change. I feel like the change is not even something major. It may just be a change where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm just going to do it. It may be a change of, you know what, I'm not going to continue to dim my light to fit in, or I'm not going to not speak my truth just because if I speak my truth, people not going to like it, right? I'm not going to stay in that energy. So when I say don't settle for less, I mean don't allow yourself to like dim your light, or to refuse to shine, or to stay stuck in fear out of other people's expectations. Find a way to manage all of those feelings and emotions and still stay focused and determined in moving forward here. Okay? Yeah, where you're still able to pour into you, to trust your heart, to tap into that creative energy and trust your intuition, where you are allowing yourself to be the authority in your life. allowing yourself to not be controlled by other people's expectations or wants or desires from you, and you're continuing to put in the work towards what it is that's going to bring you happiness and fulfillment. Guys, this could be a spiritual change, and when I say spiritual, I mean like connected to your spirit, your soul, your heart level, things that are related to your spirit, not necessarily like a religious change. And so fear, of course, is a spirit thing. It's a soul thing. Those emotions that we grapple with, our anxiety, our worry, those are spirit things, right? So I feel like there are some changes or transformations happening there. But that canary spirit tells you, encourages you to sing your own song. What is for you is going to be for you. And you can't miss it. You can't miss it. You can't miss out on it. This is not an opportunity. I just heard a particular bird. It's not an opportunity that's going to pass you. All of this is relevant to your progress. Okay. I hope this was helpful, guys. Bye bye.